Good morning. Welcome to Misty Ridge Homestead. It's about 6 a.m. on this glorious God-given morning, and we're out here milking the cow and taking care of the farm animals.
Okay.
We've got a lot of life on this farm right now, from little baby birds to baby calves to baby pups, baby goats, baby kittens. We've got it all. My garden has struggled. James, my husband, was in the hospital. He had open heart surgery, and everything got a really slow start. But these silver slicer cucumbers are doing beautifully. And I've got a lot of them this year already. In fact, today I'm going to make some fridge pickles. There's a little cayenne pepper there. All of my tomatoes are struggling this year, I think, because we planted them so late. I've pruned and tied them up, and we do have some tomatoes on there. And I see one right there, a Dr. Witch's yellow one there that I'm probably about ready to harvest and enjoy. The peppers are doing slow, but they always are. They always are. This one needs to be tied up. I think it's another Dr. Witch's. That little one there that is short got topped. The top of it got accidentally cut off, and they don't grow tall anymore. There's a purple potted bean on that trellis right there. You can see my tomatoes are all struggling. I don't even know if I'll get enough tomatoes for salsa this year. We will see. This is a mishmash of stuff. I've got a climbing rise and shine zucchini squash in there. I think it's a yellow squash, excuse me. And then there's some lemongrass, and on the other side there's some ginger growing. Sunflowers getting ready to bloom, reaching for the sky. And this is my cherry tomato bed. I made a mistake this year. I let the volunteers all grow because everything started so late. Beautiful zinnia. But I let the cherry tomatoes grow from seed, the ones that volunteered from last year. And they have produced a tomato that is not as good as what I normally plant. I normally plant black cherries, not as good. Sage is it's tough. It grows all the time. It grows throughout the winter. I always have plenty of sage. This is some amaranth, some red amaranth. I've never grown that. I'm growing it mainly just out of curiosity because I think it's going to be really pretty. We'll see. That is a loofah plant. Again, that's a new plant for me. I have not ever grown it before. And we will see how it does. Like a loofah sponge, we'll see how it does. That's the Malabar spinach. Malabar spinach grows really well in the heat. It likes the heat, so it'll do better as it gets hotter. That's a volunteer tromboncini squash, and there's some, I think those are yellow turnips. And then on the trellis back there is a small orange watermelon that I'm trying to grow up that trellis. This is the first year I've tried corn in one of my raised beds. I just grew a few, so we'll see how it does. And my poor bean trellis is really struggling. Oh, but this is my favorite place in the garden. Zinnias. And you see that right there? That's the most fascinating creature. It's a hummingbird moth. When I first saw them, I thought they were hummingbirds because of the way they move. But they're not. They're moths. Unfortunately, I read recently that they are what develops from those green worms that eat my tomatoes that I have to go searching for with a black light every year. But they're still so pretty. And the zinnias I have cut, and they just keep coming back. That's a pineapple sage. This whole row is sunflowers. Planted them late, so we'll see what happens. But there's like 6 different kinds of sunflowers in here. Yeah. I need to thin them. I know that. I will thin them. It's the back side of that poor tomato plant, the cherry tomato bed. I normally have an abundance of cherry tomatoes. This is a Kajari melon vine. And there's a few little Kajari melons starting on there. We love them. They're real small and they're real sweet. And they're like a personal melon. I've planted 5 or 6 different kinds of zucchini and yellow squash, just trying to get some this year. We'll see what happens. Beautiful deal. That's comfrey. And then some beans in there, some bush beans planted in there. There's several herbs in that bed right there. That was my high tunnel bed that got blown over. This is a rise and shine. I believe it's a yellow squash. Hadn't started producing yet, so we'll see what it does. But it's looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. This is my red tomato bed. It's got a sunflower in it, but again, I have tomatoes on here, but they are just not healthy looking. The plants aren't, so I'm not sure if I'll get any tomatoes this year or not for salsa. You know, we'll get it. Well, I'm sure we'll get some for fresh eating, and that'll be fine. I probably have salsa from last year. This is a lettuce leaf basil. I plant a lot of different kinds of basil. There's a pepper in there too, but this is a lettuce leaf basil. You're supposed to be able to eat it kind of like you would a salad, so we'll see. Come on, red tomatoes. Grow. More zucchini. Oh, what is that? I think that's the Jerusalem artichokes. And this is some cucamelon that I've started under a ladder. Because I have a granddaughter who loves cucamelon. That same granddaughter, Miss Hazel, her brothers and me, we helped her start a teepee, a bean teepee. These will be red ripper peas if we can keep them watered. They're actually growing already and doing pretty well. That red ripper peas normally grow pretty easy. This is blue Hubbard squash. Really kind of planted it as a sacrifice plant to try to keep the squash bugs off the zucchini, but so far it's healthy. Maybe because I planted everything later this year. This is red potatoes, and there's a couple of sweet potatoes in there. The other ones died. I need to replant them. Back there's a watermelon, and this is the Yukon Gold potatoes that I'm about ready to harvest. And then when that comes all out, it'll be time to put some carrots in there for fall. This is a small chamomile bed. I'm not going to harvest anything off of them yet. I want them to go to seed and put some more chamomile in there so they'll come back next year. That's my asparagus bed that would have been ready for harvest this year, but the cows got in it. Oh, this is just magical. Look at these baby birds. There were 2 little blue eggs in my rose bed, and they have hatched into these cute little babies. Mama's not too happy when I get over there, though. This is little Miss Hazel and Jaden and Jet, her brothers. They are getting that bean teepee up and going. This used to be an in-ground melon bed. So I pulled all the black paper up and I have left a tire that, like I said, the tire, that was supposed to be, the Hubbard squash was supposed to be like a sacrifice plant for the squash bugs, but hey, it's doing well. And back in the back, you see the garden witch that me and Jet made. They work real hard. I am very blessed to have grandchildren as old as they are who still enjoy coming to help me sometimes. They don't enjoy as much as they did when they were younger. But I'm blessed that they will come and help. Here they are helping me. I decided I wanted to put black gingham curtains in my chicken coop. Yes, in my chicken coop. We had cleaned it out this day, and I had some leftover black gingham, and they helped me put up curtains. My husband thinks it's silly, but hey, if it helps me, if I think it's cuter, I'm going to have to spend more time out there sweeping and keeping it clean. So I think it's a good trade-off. I know they'll get dirty, and that's okay. I have plenty of this stuff. But aren't they wonderful and creative how they put the curtains up there for me? I wonder how silly they think their Gee is. They call me Gee. The goats, that's Miss Priscilla and her baby Mischief. And little Miss Trixie, she's the sweetest baby. She likes to be loved on. And there's Jaden playing with Ranger, the barn kitty. Oh, fireworks this year for the 4th of July were awful. The neighbors were shooting them over the field where my bulls were. And they were just crying and crying. And we were out here trying to look after them. It was a bad night.
Why would he have died?
There's Kenny playing with little Miss Izzy. And Mama having her breakfast. That's Maggie May. We've had her since she was like 3 months old. She's so far not the best milk cow. She kicks.
Do I know what size?
There's Gypsy and her puppies. And Kenny and Mischief. Oh, and there's Kenny and little Miss Hazel. Hazel was driving the tractor with her daddy. They were mowing the back field. While James was sick, he couldn't do a lot of this. And Kenny and Whitney and the boys and all, they all came over and they did so much to help. We're so grateful. He'll be released from that surgery very soon, like on the 17th, where he can kind of get back to doing some of his stuff. But he's been really restricted from his open heart surgery for several months. So we were grateful for the help. There's my garden witch. This is little Miss Zena. She was supposed to be a barn kitty, one of the ones that was born in the barn. She got sick and I had to take care of her. And I got kind of attached. So she's currently in the house. She's quite wild though. So I'm not sure if she will be able to be an inside-outside kitty or if she will have to go back to the barn. We will see. But right now I just love her to death. She's so sweet. Well, she's not sweet. She's kind of mean. But she's fun to play with. And she's cute as a button. She'll probably have to go back to the barn because my spoiled kitty don't like her. These are two of the puppies that are left. The one on the right we're keeping. These are some of the puppies living with their owners. I think they're all going to really good homes. We're grateful for that. And it's Zena playing in the laundry basket. Me playing with Izzy. Jolene, sweet little Jolene never gets in the pictures. Thank you for watching today. Come back and see us at Misty Ridge Homestead.